Welcome back, YouTube. Sensei Domino here. Welcome to the Spine Ticks After Party. Got some great stuff to share with you tonight. I have 6 TTM returns, some friend mail, an eBay purchase, and I'll also be showing a group from the 1932 Reemtsma Olympic set. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the TTMs. So this first TTM comes from Wilmington, Delaware. Initials are DC. This is a former NBA player, former coach. He coached Michael Jordan from 1986 to 1990, and again, was it 2002, 2003 with the Washington Wizards. And it's Doug Collins. He signed all 3 of my cards. Here he is on his 1975-76. He also signed his 1977-78. And his 1978-79. All right. So thank you so much, Mr. Collins. Really appreciate you taking the time to sign these cards, and happy to add them to the collection. All right, this next one, this one comes from Charlotte, North Carolina. Initials are KP. And this is a NASCAR driver. And it's Kyle Petty. And he sent this little card right here. Purchased Kyle Petty's memoir today. There's the back. It says, I'll tell you what, Kyle doesn't believe in keeping secrets. Even I learned some things in here. Richard Petty. That's pretty cool. But he signed all 5 of my cards and used the pouch. Really happy to get this one back. So he signed this. These are all 1991 Max from the box rip. I ripped probably about a month and a half ago, I guess. Pretty sure all 5 of these won't fit on camera, but I'll do my best. There's another one. And the last one. I guess the autograph goes like this, but the card goes like this. All right, I guess these are duplicates and these are duplicates, so I can stack those. There we go. So thank you so much, Mr. Petty. I really appreciate you taking the time to sign these, and definitely happy to add these to the collection. All right, this next one, comes from North Texas, Dallas, Texas. And I actually sent this via a team, and they put this address on here. The initials are MH. This is a current Dallas Star. Super excited to get this one back. And they did use the pouch. This is Miro Heiskanen. And really happy to get these signed. These all came from the great Julie Farnham. She sent me an incredible care package, just loaded with Dallas Stars cards. And all of these came from that awesome care package. So got this one right here. Was this 21, 22? Yeah. Oh, peachy. This one is 21-22 Tim Hortons. This is the Pro Motion. Signature shows up really nice on this one. Now, a couple of these kind of got beat up in the mail. This one showed up looking fantastic, but a couple of the others look like they took a little bit of damage. This one is the SP Authentic. What year is this? 2021 SP Authentic. And this last one is 2021 SP Authentic as well. This one right here, if I remember right, yeah, this one took kind of a beating. Let me take it out of the sleeve. Show you this corner. Yeah, that corner really got roughed up in the mail. Almost bent forward, but otherwise pretty nice. And that was the one that took the worst damage. The other ones aren't near as bad. But really happy to get this one back. Thank you so much, Mr. Heiskanen. Really appreciate you taking the time to sign these, and very happy to add them to the collection. There aren't too many current ball players that do TTMs, which is kind of a change from how it used to be. I mean, when I was a kid, I'd request autographs via the teams, and I had a lot more success, in the late 80s, early 90s, even late 90s with current players than I've had since coming back to TTMing, I guess last year. And yeah, I think I've only had a handful of current players. So super happy to get this one back. Thank you so much, Mr. Heiskanen. All right, so this next one, this one comes from LA, California. Initials are AL, and he actually put his name right there. Don't know if that's considered an autograph, but it's kind of cool. So this is Alexi Lalas. He is a soccer Hall of Famer. And man, he loaded me up with autographs. I'll show you this in a minute. But let me show you these. Some of them got smeared. This one did not. So this is, I believe this is 1993. Yeah, Upper Deck. This is U.S. Cup 1993 review. And these other two kind of got smudged. That one's not too bad. This is also 1993. And then this one, I believe this says 1994. Yeah, this is 1994 Upper Deck. Love this image. But, sorry if I can get the focus. Right here, it's a little bit smudged. Great image. Happy to get those back. Let's see if I can do that. All right. And then he answered my questions and actually signed up a couple index cards. Let me get those out of here. Yeah, there we go. So he signed up a couple index cards. I love that all of these, he put the USA inscription. And then so he put right there, Tony, kick hard, Alexi Lalas, USA. And he answered the questions. What was the greatest moment of your career? 1994 World Cup changed my life forever. And who was the best player you ever played against? And I believe that says Ronaldo, Brazil. Yeah, it looks like Ronaldo. Wasn't sure if it said Ronaldo or Ronaldinho, but I think that says Ronaldo. So Yeah, really cool. So thank you so much for taking the time, Mr. Lawless. Love this return. Don't do a whole lot of soccer TTMing, but was a big fan of this World Cup team, and Alexi Lawless was one of the best players on that team. So definitely happy to get this one back. Thank you so much. All right, so this one comes from Denver, Colorado. This is a baseball Hall of Famer. He's free as long as you send one per. Initials are GG. I guess the first G is a nickname, but he actually answered my questions, but he kind of ripped the paper apart. He did not sign the index cards, but happy to get this one back. This is a Rich Goose Gossage. This is a second year card, the 1974. Just love his signature. And this is the second Gossage return I've received. He signed I want to say it was a 1992 Topps when he was pitching for the Texas Rangers, and got that last time. And I do have his rookie card. It's actually right here, but this one's it looks like there was a rubber band around it at some point, so I want to get a better copy to send off to him. But I picked up this 74 in the meantime, and man, it looks fantastic with ink. Love that image. That old White Sox uniform with the red looks great. And here's his answers. I love his answers. His answers are awesome. So what was the greatest moment of your career? He says, too many. Even the home runs I gave up were great. And that might be a reference to, if you remember the Pine Tar incident, Gossage was the guy that gave up the home run to George Brett. So in that case, yeah, even his home runs were great. And then, who was the best player you ever played against? And he says, with or against Dick Allen. Man, that's a great answer. Man, Dick Allen really deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, and I hope one day he gets there. So thank you so much, Mr. Gossage. Love this return. Super happy to receive it. Thank you so much for taking the time, and definitely happy to add this to the collection. All right, this last one. This one. Those of you that have sent to this person before know this logo right here. The initials are SO, and he never uses your return envelope. He always pays for the postage, which is really generous of him to do, and puts the photos do not bend on here. And my return envelope is in here, so let me pull that out real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna cover up my address, but yeah, see, he doesn't use your return envelope. He sends it back. Postage still good, so you can use it for something else. So that's really cool that he does that. He didn't sign the index cards, but he puts this really nice cardboard piece in there to make sure your cards are protected. And this is Shaquille O'Neal. There's actually still one more in the envelope. Let me get that. All right, so this is Shaquille O'Neal, and he signed all four of my cards. I'll start with the oldest, I guess, and this is his 1992. This is classic draft picks. Love this card. Playing for LSU, just a great image of a young Shaq. He signed this, and he always puts his correct number on there, so this is 33. And then Sith posted the other version of this card on his IG, but it wasn't signed. This has got to be my favorite Shaq rookie. This is the trade card version. There's also another one that says #1 draft pick. And I love the image, and love that he changed the ink so you can see it much better. And he signed this one with 32. The other one's 1A. This is 1B. And then I wanted to get a couple of his Laker cards signed, because up to this point, the first time I sent two, and they were both Magic cards. Or I guess one of them might have been an LSU card, and the other one was a Magic card. But I didn't have any Laker autographs, so I sent a couple of these. This is early 2000s. He signed that one with the 34. What is this? Yeah, 0102. Not even sure how I got this card because I was out of the hobby in 0102. So I'm not even sure how that ended up in my collection. And this other one is 99 2000s. This was probably the last year I was collecting. And he signed that one 34 as well. So really excited to get this return. I did show this earlier this week on another stream, but this is the first time showing this on my channel. And man, Shaq was easily my favorite player in the early 90s. Man, he just took the world by storm, and super happy to get this return back. Thank you so much, Mr. O'Neill. Really appreciate you taking the time. All right, so that's all the TTMs for the week. Next, actually, let me raise my camera up. Let me adjust this a little bit. Get that index card out of the way and raise my camera. Kind of adjust it a little bit so I can show this. All right, so this came in from Sith, Spine Ticks, Lady Sith, and got this on Monday, so I've been sitting on this since Monday. Really excited to open this up. I have an idea of what this is. He told me that he sent me a Spine Tick shirt. I'm really excited to get that. And so let me go ahead and get into this. This might take a while. This is well protected with this tape. It looks like there's one right here. All right, I think that should do it. All right, there we go. All right, first we got the note. Sensei, thank you so much for your support, friendship, and hosting your awesome Spine Ticks after party. Always love seeing your collection. Lady Sith. It's my pleasure. I love doing the Spine Ticks after party. Saturdays are easily the best night of the week. I really look forward to the whole group of shows now. We've got Boyd doing I guess now the pre-show. We've got Callie and Jordan squad. David doing I guess now it's like a trivia show, which leads into Spine Ticks, and then we got my Spine Ticks after party. It's just an incredible night of fun, and really enjoy doing it. I'm really happy to have crossed your paths in this amazing collecting journey, and really enjoy your friendship as well. Thank you so much. And there we go. Let's see this. I can't tell you how happy I am to get this. Spine Ticks. Love it, love it, love it. And he did he did mention he was going to send something else. Let me cut this tape. Wow, that is a dull knife. So let me do that by hand, I guess. Oh, wow. You're kidding me. Wrights Memorial High School, 1979 MLB draft pick. Whoa. That is sick. I've never seen this before. 1979 custom Don Mattingly draft pick. Wrights Memorial Tigers. Look how young Mattingly is in this image. Wow. This is so cool. Wow. Now this is a player that definitely deserves uh, being enshrined in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was easily one of the best players of the 80s into the early 90s, and he ended up retiring right before the Yankees sort of went on their championship run. I think it was 1995, and man, he could hit. What a cool, what a cool card. And it sort of got the design like the 1986 tops, which is really cool. Thank you so much, Sith, Lady Sith. This is an absolutely incredible care package. I can't thank you enough for your generosity and your friendship. Thank you so much. All right, so next, I bought a lot of autographs off of eBay, and I think it came out to less than $1 a card. So really excited to get this. Kind of got lucky, I would guess, because these could all easily go for a couple bucks, $3 each. There's no really big names in this. This is, um, more. There were two cards in here that I was really liking and wanted to get them, and I'll show you those. They're kind of spread out in this. I've kind of got them by year, um, but the other ones were kind of just gravy on top of those two. And so let me go ahead and get started. Actually, let me lower the camera a little bit. Try to get this lined up a little bit. There we go. All right, so we'll start with this 1982 Jerry Don Gleaton. And it's really cool how similar his signature is to the facsimile on the 82 tops. And this is one of the cards that I wanted to get. I knew there was a smudge on this and didn't care. This is definitely one of my favorite sets of the 80s. This was the set that got me started in baseball card collecting. And this is Ivan Calderon. And it is a little bit smudged, but he was murdered in the early 2000s. So, um, he's obviously not signing anything else, and super happy to get this into the collection. Um, really enjoyed watching him play, especially when he was with the White Sox in the late 80s. He was a nice player, and so happy to get this autograph. All right, next, this is 87 Donruss opening day. This is Mitch Webster. Next, another 87 Donruss, but this is the regular set. This is Casey Candell. Next, got Dan Plesac, 1987 Donruss. I guess this is his rookie card. It's a pretty nice relief pitcher. And I don't know if he's still there. I don't have the MLB network anymore, but he used to be an analyst on the MLB network, and he had a lot of great insight. I enjoyed listening to him, and happy to get that one. Next, we have Sid Bream, another great player. Enjoyed watching him play, especially when he was with Atlanta, and he scored that run. I've seen where he does inscriptions on the card where Mike LaValliere is at home plate, and I think Mike LaValliere actually put he was safe, and then Sid Bream said, "Sorry, Spanky." or no, Mike LaValliere said you were out, and Sid Bream said, "Sorry, Spanky, I was safe." I thought that was pretty cool, but happy to get his autograph. He was a nice player, a nice hitter. Next, this is another guy I was a pretty big fan of. This is Corey Snyder, Rookie Cup. I have his autograph on a faded baseball, and happy to get this one. Next, this is actually O-Pee-Chee, 1987. This is Frank DiPino. Don't have very many 1980s O-Pee-Chee cards. So that's kind of cool. Next, we have a couple autographs from Ron Karkovice, 1988 tops here. And the 1988 score. I actually kind of like this set. It's kind of an ugly design. It's more for nostalgia. Next, also from the 1988 score set, Tom Candiotti. Great knuckleball pitcher. What was it, 61? He played Hoyt Wilhelm. I believe it was 61. The Billy Crystal movie. And yeah, it was cool to see him on there playing Hoyt Wilhelm. That's a cool auto to get. Next, this is a 1989 score traded. Nick Asaski. I've had this set at least once because it's got the Griffey rookie in it. Next, we've got, this is a 89 Fleer update. Paul Kilgus. He was part of the trade from Texas to the Cubs that sent Rafael Palmeiro to the Texas Rangers. That's a cool auto to get. And also got this 1989 Upper Deck. Is this, yeah, this might be the, what was it called? The final edition or something? Maybe. So that's pretty cool. This was the other one I wanted to get. This individual has also passed away, and a pretty big fan of this guy. I actually have his 1958 rookie card. This is a Milt Pappas, or Milt Pappas, and here's a really nice picture, especially in the late 60s, early 70s with Baltimore. And this is one of those, what do you call them? Yeah, baseball legends cards made by Pacific in 1989. But it's still cool to get this. All right, next we have a 1990 Fleer Todd Stottlemyre. He was a pretty nice pitcher. I believe he's the son of Mel Stottlemyre. In fact, I'm pretty sure he is. Didn't he have the, what was it, 1989 Bowman card with him and Mel Stottlemyre on it? Next, we have the 1990 Upper Deck Bud Black. He was a pretty nice pitcher as well. Next, we've got a 1991 Donruss Charlie Huff. There was also a 1991 Score Charlie Huff in this lot, but I put it into the giveaway that I did last week. And that reminds me, there's still 3 people that haven't reached out to me about their addresses. And if you can get back to me as soon as possible, I'll get these out to you. Cooler Plastics, Mellow Dope, and Trev, the shipping guru. If you can reach out to me on IG, or my email is on the About Me section of my page. If you can send me an email with your address, I'll get these out to you next week. All right, so next we've got a ugly 1991 Fleer, probably the ugliest set ever produced. Banana colored. We got Chris Nabholz. Next, this is a 1991 Score. I'm not even sure what this set is called. This is not part of the regular Score set. This is Score did a lot of little side sets, mini sets, and stuff during this time period, and this is definitely from one of those. This is Steve Decker. Kind of a cool looking card. Looks better than the 91 Score, that's for sure. And next, back in '87, this guy had some pretty decent hype. He didn't really pan out like people expected, but he had a couple nice years. This is 1991, I believe, 1991 Topps, Cal Daniels. That's kind of a cool one to get. 1992, sorry. And you look, he had back in '87, 26 home run season. And then 1990 with the Dodgers, 27 and 94 RBIs. And he was a pretty decent hitter at this point. He was batting .289. So, pretty nice player. Happy to get this one. All right, next, this is a 1992 free rookie. Tracy Woodson, playing for the Louisville Redbirds. And the last one, and this autograph is, it's kind of bubbled up and very streaky. It's not the best, but Pete Smith on the 1993 Donruss. Definitely caused by the gloss on these cards. Just didn't hold the ink very well. Pete Smith was an okay pitcher, I guess. All right, so how many autographs was that? 1, 2. So there were 24 autographs if I include the other Charlie Huff for under $20. So Not bad at all. So definitely happy to get all of these, add them to the collection, especially the Pappas and the Yvonne Calderon, and then there were some others, Candiotti, Cal Daniels, Sid Breen. Those were all really cool to get as well. So very happy with that purchase. All right, so next, I've got a whole bunch of cards. These are primarily from 1932, but I believe there's one card in here from 1936. But these are all by Reemtsma. Let me raise this up a little bit because these first couple, several cards, I guess, are the larger versions. So I want to make sure I can get those on screen. And some of these are a little rougher than others, but there's some great imagery. And most of them are not too bad, I guess. Here we got the first one right here. And this is from Group 22. And this is Wilhelmina von Bremen of USA finishes ahead of Canada as the last runner of the American 4x100 meter relay. New world record, 46.7 seconds. And unfortunately, I don't have any top loaders or any protective sleeves this size. These things are pretty big. So I'm just going to do my best to not damage this card any more than it already is. It's got a little ear right here, but otherwise it's not too bad. But there's the name, Wilhelmina von Bremen, USA. And one thing that I need to note about these, all of the ones that I'm showing from 1932, these were actually reproduced in 1936. And right down here, you can see this right here translates to, basically, we also have a set that we produced in 1936, which is the ones that I've been showing the last couple weeks. But they reproduced this set, this 1930 set and 1932 set in 1936 as well. And the original ones did not have any mention of 1936. So these are technically reprinted, I guess. But still, you're talking about cards that were produced in 1936. So yeah, still incredibly old. And that's a pretty cool image. All right, so this next one has this one's kind of a little bit blurry. I guess the registration or something wasn't on alignment, so it looks a little funky, but this one says honoring the winners of the women's 100 meter freestyle. First, Helene Madison. That would be her right here, and Helene Madison actually won the most gold medals. She was tied with another individual. But she won 3 gold medals in the 32 Olympics, which were the most by any individual athlete. So she definitely put on a show in the different swimming events. And then second was Den Uden of Holland. And third was Serville of USA. All right, this next one is a fantastic image. Love this. So this one says, Olga Jordan of Germany was the only European to come close to the great achievements of the Americans in springboard diving. And that is just a fantastic image. These are really paper thin. They're almost like paper. So it's a kind of a miracle that some of these survived as long as they had, or as long as they have, in such nice condition. This is a fantastic image. Absolutely love this. Look at that. And this is from the 32 Winter Olympics. With this 32 Reemtsma set, they actually had both the Summer and the Winter Olympics combined in the same set, whereas the 1936 they had a band 1 and a band 2, which were the Winter Olympics and then the Summer Olympics. But this one had them kind of all combined. This is actually the first card from Group 21. The previous 3 were in Group 22. And yeah, this one says Winter Olympics, Canada and USA in first ice hockey game that ended 2-1 for Canada. And what I find interesting about this, aside from what I've mentioned already, there's obviously no gear. They're wearing shorts, no helmets, very little protection. But in this image, look at the puck. I mean, it looks like it has a little knob on the top. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. I didn't know that the puck had a little knob on it at one point. You know, we're talking about 1932. That's pretty crazy. So anybody else that knows about this era of hockey, clarify what I'm seeing there. I mean, obviously that's the puck, but I mean, were they all like that? Did the NHL use their? I don't know about the NHL, but did other organizations use the same sort of puck, or is this just a Olympic thing? Curious to know, but what a great image. And there's the back. So Canada won 2-1. And here is another really cool image, also from the Winter Olympics. This one says Winter Olympics, the German two-man bob, Deutschland won in the dangerous zigzag curve. And so if you look at the image, you can see that they went around this way and then came back this way, and I guess they're going back that way. So it was a pretty severe zigzag. But I mean, just look at that. No protection. I mean, those helmets, if they are helmets, don't really do much. And it looks like they just have sweaters on. And the sled's made out of wood. I mean, that's just crazy. You got a little spectator or something standing right here. Pretty cool. All right, so those are all of the large photos that I have from 1932 up to this point. I'm still looking to purchase more lots of these cards. Try to get some of the others that I haven't found yet, but those are all of the ones that I have for now. I want to show this. This is really nothing other than a really old envelope, and it's crusty looking, and it came in the package with these cards that I'm about to show, and there weren't any cards in it. It was just mixed in, and thought it was worth showing. So this might be a 1930s crusty envelope. So thought it was worth putting on camera. It's kind of falling apart, flaking apart, that little piece. It's just kind of floating in there. But yeah. Pretty crazy. All right, so onto the cards. And man, there are some amazing cards in this lot. This lot didn't have them all pictured. It had several cards in it. There were 3 of them that I was really excited to get. But since all of the cards weren't shown, I didn't know what I was going to get. And the second card that I'm going to show is easily my favorite card from the 1932, the entire set. It's easily my favorite card, and it was not pictured, and it's probably if you're looking value-wise, it's probably the most valuable card from the set. And I was absolutely floored that it was in this collection and they didn't have a picture of it. But let's just move on to the first one. And this is a great image as well. I guess I can move this down a little bit now. This is just a cool looking image right here. All of them are playing harmonicas. And so this is Group 20 from 1932. This is the smaller cards. And this says the German water polo team has merry musicians during the crossing on the steamer Europa. From left to right, we've got a Benecke, and I'm probably pronouncing these wrong. We've got Schramberg. We've got Gunst. We've got Schulze, Pole, and Joachim Rademacher. So aside from butchering their names, this is a pretty cool image. There's a little bit of stain right here on the card. You can probably see that. But just a cool looking image. And the back is a little off-white. But, that's to be expected from a card that's from 1936. So, really pretty cool. All right. So here's the big card. This is probably the biggest card that I'm going to be showing today. And absolutely excited to get this into my collection. This card is really expensive by itself, and I paid a fraction of what I should have paid for this card because it was in this lot. And super happy to get this. And here it is. Give you a second to look at this and see if you recognize some of the individuals in this image right here before I tell you. All right, so this says Master Runners Nurmi of Finland and Jonath of Germany, together with famous people. Left to right, we've got Duke Kahanamoku, Miss Earhart Putnam, Paavo Nurmi, Douglas Fairbanks, and Arthur Jonath. This is probably the earliest card of Amelia Earhart right here. I have a card of hers from 1936, but for her to have this card produced in 1932, I think it was her first appearance on any card. And to have her in this image with another absolute icon, Duke Kahanamoku, the guy that popularized surfing, absolute legend in his own right, multiple-time gold medalist. Paavo Nurmi, multiple-time gold medalist. Douglas Fairbanks, an incredible actor. And this is Arthur Jonath, and I believe he was a silver medalist. So just absolutely incredible star power on this card, and super happy to get this. It's just incredible. I could look at this card all day. There you go. Duke Kahanamoku, Miss Earhart Putnam, Paavo Nurmi, Douglas Fairbanks, Arthur Jonath. What an amazing card. I still can't believe this was in this lot and wasn't mentioned. Really fortunate to have that card. All right, so this next one, hopefully this fits on the screen. Yeah, I guess barely. All right, so this one says, and I don't quite understand this other than they were, I guess I'll read this first. This says the international finishing line for the running competitions. So I'm guessing that all of these individuals are judges and they're sitting at the finish line. And so you have multiple people since they didn't have like an instant replay or something like that. So you have multiple people and they sort of kind of get together and say, all right, this person crossed first or this person crossed first, so they can try to get the information correct. And so if that's indeed how this worked, that's actually pretty genius. So, but pretty cool image anyway. All right, next, I have to turn my page over. So this says the start of the first run of the second preliminary series in the 100-meter run. Eddie Tolan on the left, who won in 10.4 seconds. Yeah, so there's Eddie Tolan. All right, next, this is a pretty cool image. This is a award ceremony for the 100-meter dash. The German Arthur Jonath next to the two Americans, Eddie Tolan and Ralph Metcalfe. And I believe both Tolan and Metcalfe were part of the 36 Olympics with Jesse Owens. And then Arthur Jonath is the individual we saw in the image with Duka Hanamoku and Amelia Earhart. That's him right there. So really cool image. And then you've got the old school cameras sitting there, which are really cool. Just a fantastic image. All right, here's another one. Okay, yeah. Let me raise this up a little bit so there's a little more room to work with. Getting these tall cards on camera. So this one says, Phil Edwards leads the field in the 800-meter dash. And it looks like Phil Edwards is from Canada. That's a great image. All right, so next, this says the last German in the 800-meter race, Dr. Peltzer, far right in the picture, at the start of the second heat in which he took third place. So I guess this is the Dr. Peltzer. All right, next. This says, in the fascinating sprint, Bacali of Italy in the 1,500-meter run. Sorry about the focus. There we go. Bacali. This is a pretty interesting image with the hurdle being knocked over. So this says Robert Tisdall of Ireland wins the 400-meter hurdles. The world record he achieved of 51.8 seconds could not be recognized because Tisdall knocked over the last hurdle. So he knocked over the hurdle and still set a world record. That's a pretty impressive achievement, really. He is pretty far ahead from this guy, though. This one has a little bit of, I guess, discoloration. It's a little off-white on the back. All right, so this one says new records were set in the heats in the 3,000 meter steeplechase. Our picture shows the first heat, which Evenson of England won in 918.8 minutes. So I guess 9 minutes, 18 seconds, and 8/10 of a second, I think. Pretty cool image. So this one sort of describes what's pictured a little off, but I guess it was the best way for them to put it. This says the award ceremony for the short relay, 4 by 100 meters. It says 1 USA sitting, 2 Germany in white, and 3 Italy standing. And so Germany is obviously in white, but they said USA. They say USA was sitting and Italy was standing. And yeah, there are 2 Italian athletes standing, but this guy standing is from USA. And I believe this entire row is USA. So yeah, there was at least one U.S. guy standing, and I'm not sure if one of the guys sitting might be Italian, but I guess they did the best they could with that description. Sorry about the focus. There we go. All right, this is a great image. So this says USA wins the 4 by 100 meter relay. The goalkeeper, Frank Wyckoff, at the finish left the last change between Dyer and Wyckoff right. So there's 2 different images of Frank Wyckoff on here. He's an Olympic Hall of Famer and a teammate of Jesse Owens in 36. And here he is in 1932. So really cool. And this one's a little off-white on the back, but a fantastic image on the front. All right. I believe that's the end of that first page. Yeah. So here we go. So this one says the final change in the 4 by 400 meter relay. Warner passes the baton to goalkeeper Carr. Next, the winning American 4 by 400 meter relay team, left to right, Bill Carr, Carl Warner, Edgar Ablewich, and Ivan Fuqua. All right, so this one is McNaughton, winner of the high jump, receives the congratulations of his competitor, Robert von Osdell of USA, who finished second. So it looks like McNaughton is from Canada. And yeah, Robert Van Osdell. Or Ostel. This focus, my goodness. There we go. All right, this is a cool image. So this is Shuhei Nishida of Japan, was a hot contender for the Olympic pole vault title. He was outclassed by Big Miller in a thrilling final and finished second at 4.28 meters. This one says Jefferson, USA, smashes the bar. He was third in the pole vault with 4.20 meters. So it looks like he didn't quite clear that 4.28 that the previous competitor did in the previous photo. This one says Anderson, USA, discus champion with a throw of 49.48 meters. This is M. Jarvinen of Finland, threw the javelin 72.71 meters and earned victory and gold medal for Finland. Jarvinen. So this one says, flags of Finland on all poles. In the javelin throw, the Finns took the first three places. First, Matti Jarvinen, middle. Second, Sapala, left. Third, Pentila, right. Or maybe that's Pentia. Sapala, Pentia. I'm not sure. All right. This is Leo Sexton. Threw the ball 16.005 meters in his Olympic victory. All right, this next card, top three hammer throwers. Left to right, Porhola. Runner-up, Dr. O. Callahan, Ireland, first. And Pete Zaremba, USA, third party. So I guess left to right. So this is Perhola. This is Dr. O'Callahan. And this is Pete Zaremba. Yeah, Perhola. All right. This is Dr. Karl Ritter von Halt, leader of the German athletics in the Olympic Village. So I'm guessing that's this guy right here. All right, next, this is a preliminary decision in the 100-meter run. 4 competitors, including Dollinger, Germany as second, crossed the finish line together. So that looks like it was a pretty tight race right there. This one is Stella Walsh of Poland wins the women's 100 meter in 11.9 seconds. All right, this next one, I do already have this in my collection, but I saw that there was another one in this lot, and this was one of the cards that I was excited to get when I bid on this lot, other than, obviously the other cards, which are really cool. So this is the one that I originally had, and it's much brighter than this one right here. This is the one that was in the lot, and you can see the difference. This one's much brighter white. This one's a little off-white. But this is definitely an iconic individual right here. And let me hold off on showing the back, but I'll put this one up because this is the one that was in the lot. And this one is the 80-meter hurdles winner honored. First, Mildred Diedrichson of USA, middle. Second, Evelyn Hall, USA, left. Third, Marjorie Clark, South Africa, right. And so this right here is a card of Babe Diedrichson Zaharias. And she's quite simply one of the greatest female athletes of all time. She was voted by the Associated Press as the greatest female athlete of the first half of the 20th century and the entire 20th century. ESPN named her the 10th greatest athlete of all time, regardless of male or female. And yeah, she's just absolutely incredible. She won 2 gold medals and a silver in the 32 Olympics. She eventually became a golfer. She won 10 majors. She was the fastest to 10 wins on the tour, and she did it in a little over a year. She was the fastest to 20 wins on the tour, and she did that in just a little over 2 years, and she even missed some time due to an illness. She was just an amazing golfer. She played AAU basketball. She actually pitched in 3 preseason preseason MLB games, and had some pretty decent success doing that. Just an absolutely incredible athlete. She's the only person to have placed in regardless of medal, she was the only person ever male or female, to place in a running, throwing, and jumping event in the Olympics ever. And it's never happened since. And so she's just absolutely an amazing athlete. She actually still has the world record to this day for the longest baseball ever thrown by a woman. And just the list of things that she was able to do is just mind blowing. If you don't know about Babe Didrikson Zaharias, definitely look her up. All time great, and she is definitely one of the key cards, especially for Olympians. If we're not talking about the Amelia Earhart card that I showed earlier, or Duke Kahanamoku, she basically became a star because of her performance in these Olympics, and and then she went on to do even greater things as a golfer, and she's in the Golfing Hall of Fame as well. So, just a fantastic card, fantastic athlete, and she does have several cards in this set. This was another one that I had, and I guess one of the other cards that I was excited to get. This is the one that I had. It's much brighter than the one that was in this lot. This one's a little darker, tinted white, I guess off-white. But this is another great image. And this one is the exciting finale in the 80-meter hurdles for women. Mildred Didrikson, USA, wins in a sensational time of 11.7 seconds, ahead of Evelyn Hall, USA. So this was the end result of the image that we just saw. This is them on the stand, and this is the finale of the 80-meter hurdles. So you can see kind of how close that was. And she just barely broke the tape before Evelyn Hall. So that's a fantastic image. Put this one up. This is the back. All right, so I'll be showing a couple more cards that I had in my collection that I haven't shown in a while, that are also Babe Didrikson cards. They'll be after I finish the rest of the this group that I'm doing, but you have those a little bit later on to look forward to. This one right here, this is the Dutch woman Carolina Gissalf, who set a world record in the high jump in 1929, finished fourth in this competition that year. That's a pretty cool image. And this is James Bausch, USA, winner of the decathlon in the pole vault. Winner of the decathlon in the pole vault. Despite weighing almost 200 pounds, the American jumped a height of 4 meters in this event. This is Paavo Jurjola. I know I butchered that. Finland in the pole vault. The decathlon winner of Amsterdam. He was only 6th in Los Angeles. Jurjola. I don't know how you say that. That's a great image, though. This is Achilles Jarvinen of Finland, runner-up in the decathlon, scored a big point in the running distances. Our picture shows him making the hurdle call. Achilles Jarvinen. All right, next we have Tommy Green of England, winner of the 50-kilometer walk. I think the focus is because of these card saver 4s. It has no problem seeing the images on the front, but when you try to focus on the wording on the back, it gets fuzzy. All right, this is a cool image right here. This is a marathon run. Zabala of Argentina, the eventual winner, already takes the lead in the round in the stadium. And that one's not only off-white, but it's got little dots of staining as well. This one's interesting. Congratulations, the two winners of the women's 400-meter freestyle swimming. Helene Madison, who I talked about earlier, she won 3 gold medals, and Elle Kite of USA congratulate each other on their success. That one's got some pretty bad staining right here, on top of being a little off-white. This is the Argentine swimmers at the Los Angeles Olympic Swimming Stadium. From left to right, Alberto Zorrilla. Second, Edgardo George Moreau. Third, Leopoldo Toller. Fourth, Alfredo Roca. Fifth, Roberto Piper. And eighth, Kylod Ramon Kennedy. So I'm guessing that's how they placed. Yeah, I guess that is an 8. Either that or they translated that wrong. That might be 6th. Kind of looks like an 8, though. All right. All right, this next one. The sensational finish in the 400-meter freestyle swim. Lenore Kite in the 6th lane in the foreground is beaten by the great swimmer Helene Madison, 3rd lane, for a handshake in the new world record tent. So this is the two swimmers that we saw a couple pictures ago, Helene Madison and Elle Kite. I guess that's Madison, and that's Kite. All right, this is the other great card that I was happy was in here. This was another pleasant surprise. One of these was in the image, so I knew it was in this lot, and I was really happy that it was because I had definitely been looking for this card and really happy to get it. But what I didn't realize is they actually sent me two. So really happy about that. Here we go. And this is an individual we saw earlier. This is Duke Kahanamoku. And this says, Duke Kahanamoku, a veteran Olympian who has already won 2 gold medals, represented his native Hawaii in Los Angeles. And so this is really cool. And apparently, he wasn't just representing Hawaii in Los Angeles. He was actually an alternate for the U.S. water polo team, which I didn't realize until I read about that last night. So that's pretty cool. He obviously didn't play for the team because he didn't perform in the 32 Olympics, but he was there because he was an alternate. So that's pretty cool. But this is the great Duke Kahanamoku. And really happy to not only have one of these, but have two. All right, so this one says, Reichswehr Lieutenant Heinz Hacks achieved a brilliant performance with a pistol and the silver medal. This is the fencers on the podium. First, Ellen Price of Austria, middle. Second, Heater Seymour Guinness, England, left. Third, Erna Bogan, Hungary, right. Heater Seymour Guinness and Erna Bogan. All right, this is Commandant Francois Lesage won the dressage test for riders on Tane. So I guess Tane might have been the horse. I'm not sure. But it's in quotes. So I'm not sure. There you go, Tane. This is I think this is a Lieutenant Pahud de Mortanges. I butchered that. Won the heavy eventing test for riders on Marquois. I don't know what LTN is. Pahud de Mortanges. All right. This is Josef Strasberger, third. Congratulates the weightlifting winner of the heavyweight class, Yaroslav Shobla of Czechoslovakia. This is Rene Duverger of France, became Olympic champion in the lightweight class in weightlifting. This is Louis Hostin of France, the winner of the light heavyweight division of weightlifting, where he had a total of 365 kilograms. This is Josef Schleinkoffer of Germany, Carmelo Roboldo, before their featherweight decider, from which Roboldo emerged victorious. Roboldo. Schleinkoffer. This says the New York-based Germans who represented German cycling in Los Angeles, left to right, Julius Maus, Hubert Ebner, Werner Lange Wittig, and Henry Trondle. Couldn't read my handwriting. Julius Maus, Herbert Ebner, Werner Lange Wittig, Henry Trondle. Only a few more in this group, and then we'll get to the last couple of Babe Diedrichson cards. So this is the German four-man bob, received the bronze medal with the team. Kilian Ludwig, Dr. Melhorn, and Huber. Goodness, I butchered that. These are pretty cool images, though. Melhorn. Kilian Ludwig, Dr. Melhorn, and Huber. All right, this is a Winter Olympus Arc. Start of the second heat of the 10,000 meter run. Winner, Irving Jaffe. This is Vin Jaringen of Norway, the all-around Olympian at the Winter Games. That's a cool image right there. Nice mountain in the background. Vin Jaringen. And the last one of this group, this says, Winter Olympics, the German world champion Zahn presents the victorious American four-man team with a trophy. And just look at that U.S. sled. Way different than they are today, isn't it? All right, so that's the group 20. Group 20. So these last few cards, I guess there's two of them that are in group 19, which these are the only two cards that I have from group 19. And I showed these probably 8, 9, 10 months ago when I got them. But I figured I'd show them again for those of you that are new to my channel. And this is another one of the Babe Didrikson cards. This is her crossing the finish line, and then you can see Evelyn Hall, and her head is backwards. She's kind of thinking that she's got the victory. And then you got Babe Didrikson right here, who is just scratching and clawing trying to get that victory, and she just lunges forward right there with a shoulder, which might have been just enough to beat Evelyn Hall. I think that's a great image. You saw let me see if I can dig that up real quick. You saw the further away image of that earlier. Yeah, this is the other one. So you can see Babe Didrikson lunging forward, Evelyn Hall with her head tilted back. But yeah, this is the close-up. Great image. And so I've had this one in my collection for a while. She does have, I believe, one or two other cards in this this set that I don't have, but they're larger cards. And I've had a hard time finding the larger cards, especially in lots. I could buy them as singles, but kind of looking to find them in lots because there are a whole bunch of other cards that I would like to get as well. And this is earlier on in the run, and there's Babe Didrikson right there and Evelyn Hall right there. You just look at the intensity on Evelyn Hall's face. She's got that scowl. It's a great image right there. And I guess I probably should be reading what it says on the back, because I did write it down. So this one says, thrilling final battle in the women's 80-meter hurdles. Babe Didrikson wins new world record time of 11.7 seconds. So that's that one. And this one right here, this one says, finish in the women's 80-meter hurdles. The winner, Mildred Didrikson, at the last hurdle, second from right. So yeah, that's her right there. Just fantastic images. Really happy to have these in the collection. And these are in really nice shape. They're super bright white, unlike some of the others. This one's super bright white as well. You get this one, and this one's a little darker, I guess. And the last one, this one's not part of the Reemtsma set. This one's actually part of another German set. This is the Mulin Franck set. And I believe these were put out in kind of groups of 6. There would be like 6 cards, and they would be put together with one of these little paper bands. And when I got this card, this actually came with it, so I think it's pretty cool. It's in really nice shape. And this one did come out in 36, unlike the others, which I've shown. They were part of the 32 set, but I guess they were re-released in 36, and those are from 36. But yeah, it's part of the 32 set. This one's actually part of the 36 Olympia set, Berlin. And this is Mildred Beebe. I guess they said that wrong because that's supposed to be Babe, but it says Beebe Diedrichson, USA. And this is Mulin Franck. And this says Mildred Baby Diedrichson. I guess this is how that was translated to, as Baby, Mildred Baby Diedrichson, the everyday girl from Texas, as she was called in America after her great success in Los Angeles in 1932. Babe Diedrichson won the javelin throw and the 80-meter hurdles with world records. She is still at the forefront of American track and field athletics today and will represent the U.S. in 1936 in Berlin. Now, that last line right there, will represent the U.S. in 1936 in Berlin. She did not represent the U.S. In the Olympics in 1936. I'm not sure if it's because she lost her amateur status or what. I didn't look that up, and I probably should have, but I do know that she didn't participate in the 36 Olympics. So that line right there, maybe at one point she was planning on it, and I don't know. I mean, I guess she might have lost her amateur status or something, but that last line is a little incorrect. But anyway, that's all I have for you this week. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing those cards. Super ecstatic to get a couple more Babe Diedrichson cards into my collection, even if they're duplicates. Really happy to get those Duke Kahanamokus and that card that I showed. I love this card so much. I'm going to go back to it. This right here. Where is it at? It should be right here. Yeah, there it is. This one right here. This one with Duke Kahanamoku, Amelia Earhart, Douglas Fairbanks, Paavo Nurmi. Just absolute star power. I'm still kind of in shock that this was in this lot. Such a great card. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed seeing this group. As of right now, I don't have any more cards from the 1932 group. So over the next couple weeks, the ones that I'll be showing will be from the 1936 Olympics, both the summer and winter Olympics. But I am actively looking for additional cards for my collection from the 1932 group, and hopefully here in the near future I find a good lot that's worth trying to win, or maybe it's a buy it now. I don't know. But anyway, that's all I have for you tonight. Sith, Lady Sith, thank you so much for the shirt and the really cool Don Mattingly card. That was very generous of you. And yeah, that's all I have for you. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.